This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and 1230, 101.9. Welcome to University of New Mexico as we are getting ready for the Class 5A state championship. The Alamogordo Lady Tigers taking on the Centennial Lady Hawks. District 3 5A representing both sides of the state championship matchup this year. And of course, these two teams have already played 3 times this season. The Lady Tigers won the season series as they took 2 out of 3 from Centennial in the regular season. Both of those were one-run games, and the third game, Centennial won 13-4, but Alamo took the season series, and that's one of the big reasons why Alamogordo was the number 1 seed in the postseason this year, in the fact that they won that game, they split with La Cueva, or they won that series, they won the district championship because of that, so certainly a big deal for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers to secure those victories when they did this season. So we'll see if that matters anything today. Kind of erase it all at this point. You can certainly look back the last couple of days and wonder, is fatigue going to play any type of factor going into today's game? It's Alamo's only had to play 3 games. I had to think about that for a second. Whereas Centennial has had to play. I believe, so they won their first game, lost the second game, and then had to play 1, 2, I think they had to play 3 yesterday. So I think I've actually played 4 yesterday now that I think about that. But we'll run through what the chain has been to get here to this tournament, or to this point in the tournament, and also what we've seen throughout the regular season between these two sides. But should be a very interesting matchup between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Hawks, 2 teams that know each other very well. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Scheduled start time is noon. I don't know if we'll start right at noon. They're still watering down the field at the moment. They've already painted the lines. So hopefully we will get started pretty close to the noon start time. Artesia forced an if game just before this. They won on a double play. They tried to tag up, did Gallup. And Gallup was tagged out the plate on a double play and ended the game 1-0. So they'll play again at 2 o'clock. Lady Tigers are hoping not to have to worry about an if game today. They will play this first one in the hopes of coming out here with a state championship and locking down Blue Trophy for the first time since 2004. It was the last time the Lady Tigers won the state championship. We'll talk a little bit about the Lady Tigers state tournament game or state championship game history as well. So all of that coming up for you here on the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. We want to thank all of our great state tournament sponsors that have been able to let us come up here and cover this entire tournament. Casa Title and Abstract, serving Alamogordo for over 20 years. 2420 North White Sands, 575-434-6770. Seaburger Dermatology at 1401 10th Street, Suite C, 575-437-4555, dermhappy.com. Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo, 3410 North White Sands, 575-446-8574. Casa Auto Group, Casa Toyota, Casa Honda, Casa Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and Casa Chevy GMC. CasaAutoGroup.com, yeah. Padilla Brothers Investments, 575-551-1883. You can give them a call for your real estate needs. They're also on Facebook. 84 Lumber at 3401 North White Sands, 575-434-3850. JBL Construction and Consulting, Bobby Lotta owner, striving for excellence in all they do, 575-430-5105. Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, Jimmy and Tina Deere owners, 909 Delaware Avenue, 575-437-5050. First National Bank, main branch at 414 10th Street, Tularosa and Cloudcroft branches as well, 575-437-4880. And Matsky's Heating and Cooling, Installing and servicing ultimate home comfort by Champion. 575-551-1351. We will return here from Albuquerque and the University of New Mexico as the Alamogordo Lady Tigers and the Centennial Lady Hawks battle for the Class 5A state championship. We'll be back right after these messages.
There's lots of good reasons for a personal loan. Unexpected expenses, paying bills, or home projects. And good reasons to get your personal loan at our credit union. We're member-owned and not-for-profit. Apply online or in person. Loco Credit Union. We belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, and welcome back here to University of New Mexico and their softball complex here in Albuquerque. The number 1 Alamogordo Lady Tigers, the number 3 Centennial Lady Hawks. Was looking through some stuff last night before heading into this game. Lady Tigers won the state championship back in 1999, defeated Carlsbad 4-2, and finished with a 21-4 record. 2 years later, they would play Carlsbad again in the state championship, and they would fall 3-0. Carlsbad was 24-1 that season. Lady Tigers were undefeated going into that state championship game. Rio Rancho beat the Lady Tigers in 2003, 4-3, as they finished the year 24-3 at Alamogordo. The last state championship for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers was in 2004, as they defeated West Mesa 5-2. Finished the year 26-3. They would play in the state championship game again the next year, but would lose to La Cueva 1-0 and finish the year at 19-9. And that is the last time that the Alamogordo Lady Tigers played in the state championship, was back in 2005. And 2-3 record in state championship games for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers, trying to make it 3. And I don't know if at that point they were playing, they were doing if games at that point, a double elimination. I think it might have still been single elimination. It was just a single championship game. But, I mean, that's one of the bonuses for Alamogordo going into this afternoon's game, is the fact that they've got a little bit of room for error. Now, I don't know, if games are kind of a mixed bag when you look over the years of teams that have bounced back and won the if game after they've lost the championship game, and then vice versa, where the other team has the momentum. So I honestly couldn't tell you. I think if you're the Lady Tigers, just don't even give Centennial any kind of idea that they can beat you in the first game. Don't. You play more games, you just never know what's going to happen in the next one. So if you can finish it up in the first game, so thank you. We certainly will see what we get in this matchup. As we said a little bit earlier in the matchup, the Lady Tigers ended up winning both games between these two teams a little bit earlier on this season, as Alamogordo won the first game at home and then split the two games between the doubleheader, as the Lady Tigers did not throw Sydney Lassentine in the third game. I was actually chatting with Coach Reyes about that. That was kind of my suspicion going into this game, or that they did not throw Sid in that second game, just based on the score line in it, because you look at most of the games that Sid has pitched this year, and very rarely has a team put up 14 runs. And I think you go to the other game between the Lady Tigers and Lubbock earlier in the year. That was a 20-19 game against La Cueva. I think they were able to throw Sid both times in that matchup as well. And, of course, Alamogordo was able to beat La Cueva yesterday. So the 3 games this year, 2-1 the win for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. That was a home game. And then they would win the first game of the series in Las Cruces 5-4. They would get a 14-3 defeat in that third game. That's one of the 3 losses that Alamogordo has this year, as they've went 14-1 in district, and right now, after their wins in the state tournament, are 27-3 overall this season. Centennial, meanwhile, comes into the matchup at 29-3 and 13-2 in district. And I was talking about their road to get here, and so they beat Sandia in the first round. They would beat Carlsbad in the quarterfinals, or championship round 1. They would then lose to La Cueva in championship round 2. 10-6 was the final. They would bounce back and beat Oregon Mountain, and then beat Mayfield, and then they came back to beat La Cueva later on. So very impressive for the Centennial yesterday. They ended up playing 4 games yesterday, 2 against La Cueva, 1 against Mayfield, 1 against Oregon Mountain. Now, this is a team that does have some pitching depth. They've got 2 really good pitchers, and they've got a third solid one as well. So you wonder, is that going to play any impact going into this game? I honestly couldn't tell you. I think both teams have certainly got the I would say both teams have got the make of each other, having played 3 times. And a lot of these, this has been the matchup in recent years between Alamogordo and Centennial. Centennial knocked Alamogordo out of the playoffs 2 years ago in the game to get to the state championship. And I don't think they ran into each other last year. Alamo needed to beat Piedra Vista to play Centennial again. They didn't win that game, and so Centennial's, on a mission as well. The Lady Tigers haven't won a state title in 20 years, and they've been pretty close the last couple of seasons. And then you throw in, with Centennial, they've been pretty close in the last couple of seasons, and are wanting to finally win that state championship. So, should be a lot of fun to see what happens today. All right, one more time, let's thank our state tournament sponsors. And a special thank you to each and every one of them for helping us cover the costs and be able to come up here and broadcast this tournament for y'all. Casa Tierra Title and Abstracts, Seaburger Dermatology, Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo, Casa Auto Group, Padilla Brothers Investments, 84 Lumber, JBL Construction and Consulting, Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, First National Bank, Matsky's Heating and Cooling, and we're going to hear from our tournament sponsors, or our season-long sponsors, which we appreciate all season long, them staying with us and letting us broadcast games for y'all. So we're going to check in with them, and we are going to return with the first pitch coming up here soon. We'll have starting lineups This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Local Credit Union would like to send a huge congratulations to 2024 graduating class. Are you ready to take the next step towards a brighter future after graduation? Secure your dreams with our flexible and affordable graduation loans. Whether you're looking to pursue a higher education, start a business, or simply need financial assistance as you start a new chapter of life, we've got you covered. Visit Local Credit Union today. Member NCUA.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back to the University of New Mexico and the Class 5A state championship game between the Alamogordo Lady Tigers and the Centennial Lady Hawks. The one-seeded Lady Tigers, the three-seeded Lady Hawks. Again, three matchups already between these two teams this year, and district opponents for the last few years are very, very familiar with one another. So there is nothing, I think, that should come as too much of a surprise going into this matchup. I don't know if we're going to do a national anthem prior, just starting lineups, but we're going to go ahead and run through the starting lineup for the Centennial Hawks first. And Stevie Jimenez is their leadoff hitter. She is the second baseman. Caprice Barela. She is wearing number 2 and is the right fielder. Destiny Perez is the designated player, and she wears number 7. They are currently announcing the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. We'll do that here in just a second. Amanda Valles, she is the starting first baseman and is hitting in the cleanup spot. And it is Zantel Rodriguez. And Zantel wears number 13, and she is the starting pitcher for the Hawks. Kayla Hernandez, she hits in the number 6 spot, and she is the third baseman wearing number 5. Number 11 is Aaliyah Betancourt. And Aaliyah Betancourt is the starting shortstop. Addie Mocha is hitting in the number 8 spot, and she is playing center field. And Monet Chavez is the catcher, and she will hit 9th. Alina Estrada is the flex player in left field. And she is being hit for by Perez in today's game. She's wearing number 9. And that is the starting lineup for the Lady Hawks. The starting lineup, if you've been listening to us over the last few days, is the exact same it has been for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers, as they are going to stick with what has worked for them so far, and understandably so. Amani Kosum leads things off. She'll play second base. Maylee Herrera will play center field. She is hitting second. Sydney Lessentine, the pitcher, will hit the number 3 spot. Chloe Lunar is at third base and will hit cleanup. Haley Evans, the catcher, will hit 5th. The right fielder, Alexis Rodriguez, she will hit in the number 6 spot. Alyssa Bautista, the first baseman, is hitting 7th. Daviana Gonzalez is the designated player, hitting 8th. And Iceland Ortiz is the shortstop. She hits 9th. Madison Ruiz is out in left field, and she is the player that is being flexed out in this game. Lady Tigers and the Lady Hawks are both in white pinstripes today, so white pants and tops. And the Lady Tigers with black pinstripes. I believe they are black pinstripes for Centennial as well. Alamogordo's got black socks, black numerals, gold outlining. Centennial is in black numerals outlined in red with red socks today. And so Centennial is still being announced. And I believe Alamogordo has lost the coin toss, which has been kind of a theme for them. So they are the away team. I did have a question on our Facebook page about that. It's a coin flip that decides who gets to be home and who gets to be away. All right, looks like we are going to do a national anthem prior to the game, so we are going to take a break and return as the Alamogordo Tigers and the Centennial Hawks play for the softball state championship.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
There's lots of good reasons for a personal loan. Unexpected expenses, paying bills, or home projects. And good reasons to get your personal loan at our credit union. We're member-owned and not-for-profit. Apply online or in person. Loco Credit Union. We belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back to the University of New Mexico. Thanks again to Otero Federal Credit Union for bringing you your pregame show, and all those sponsors. We'll be thanking them throughout today's broadcast of the Alamogordo Lady Tigers and the Centennial Lady Hawks in the Class 5A state championship game. Again, if the Lady Tigers win this game, they are the state champs. If Centennial wins, we'll play an if game, and then that would determine who is the state champion. So we'll see what happens here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. It's nice and warm, not much of a breeze. It's bordering on hot, but I couldn't ask for much better going into today's game. So it'll be Amani Kosum to lead things off for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. Kosum will step in from the right-hand side, facing the right-handed pitching Zentel Rodriguez. And the first pitch is high, and we are underway. Again, the lineup for the Lady Tigers: Kosum, Herrera, Lasentine, Lunar, Evans, Rodriguez, Bautista, Gunson, Ortiz. And we'll get you the defensive setup one more time for Centennial after the 1-0. Watches that miss high as well, and it's 2-0. And so the infields, Zentel Rodriguez, the pitcher. Her battery mate is Monet Chavez. Amanda Valles is over at first. Stevie Jimenez, the second baseman. Kayla Hernandez at third. Aaliyah Betancourt at short. The 2-0. That's in there for a called strike, and the count is 2-1. Outfield for the Hawks is Alina Estrada in left, Addie Mocha in center, and the right fielder, Caprice Varela. 2-1 the count to Kosum. And she fouls it off, and the count is 2-2. Kosum's had some very good games in this tournament. She certainly played well in that leadoff role, has scored a lot of runs, had a leadoff home run against Piedra Vista to start the tournament up here in the Albuquerque area, got things going. And trying to get something started here right off the bat for Alamogordo. Rodriguez winds and deals, and she swung and missed on it. The ball popped out of the catcher's glove. Kosum didn't run immediately. I don't know if it would have made too much of a difference, but there's one down. And it'll bring up Maylee Herrera. Herrera has also been very dangerous in the two spot. The 1 through 4 in the order for the Lady Tigers have hit very well. And the rest of the order's had some good games, but 1 through 4 has been pretty consistent each game, as the first pitch misses high and away to Herrera, and the count is 1-0. Long look in. And here comes the pitch. Showing bunt, brings it back, pitches a called strike, and the count is 1-1. It's hard to know who would be looser going into this game just from a mindset, but this is fouled off by Herrera. We will say that there's a lot of ladies on the Centennial side that have probably been in this situation or been close to it in recent years. Lady Tigers have been close, but it's been kind of a mix of players. There's a lot in this group that hasn't been here yet, but I'd say yesterday was definitely a high-pressure game against La Cueva, as this is fouled off and back to the screen. Count remains 1-2. That's something you can just never know what's, for any of these players, what's their mindset going into a matchup like this. So all we can do is watch and see what happens at the end of the day. And Rodriguez looks a little unsure on what the pitch call is supposed to be. And she looked over to the bench, looked again to her catcher. Maylee stepped out of the box and reset things. And here comes the pitch. Swings and misses, and that's back-to-back strikeouts for Rodriguez. 2 down here in the top of the first inning. And it'll bring up Sydney Lesentine.
To the plate, pitcher number 26, Sydney Lesentine.
So Sid steps in for the first time today. She had a huge 2-run homer right after La Cueva had tied up the game at 3. She was the second batter of the next inning, and it ended up being the game-winning hit yesterday. Of course, she was fantastic in the circle as well, striking out 15 as the pitch misses above the belt to her. And the count is 1-0. Sydney, the only senior on this Lady Tiger team. As this pitch misses outside off the catcher's mitt of Chavez. And the count is 2-0. Bases empty in the top of the first inning. A couple of strikeouts for Rodriguez for Centennial. Rodriguez ready to go. That's a called strike. And the count moves to 2-1 now. Lady Tigers with wins over Piedra Vista, Cibola, and La Cueva to get here. Centennial with wins over Carlsbad, La Cueva, Mayfield, and Oregon Mountain. And this is hit high in the air to shallow right field. Coming on and making the grab is Barela, and the inning is over. So the Lady Tigers go down in order in the top of the first inning. And let's thank our state tournament sponsors. Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo, 3410 North White Sands, 575-446-8574. Matzke's Heating and Cooling, installing and servicing ultimate home comfort by Champion, 575-551-1351. Padilla Brothers Investments, 575-551-1883. Also on Facebook for your real estate needs. 84 Lumber at 3401 North White Sands, 575-434-3850. And Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, Jimmy and Tina Deere owners, 909 Delaware Avenue, 575-437-5810. So a couple of strikeouts and a pop-out, and that's the first inning for the Lady Tigers. And now they come out to pitch as Sydney Lessentine will be in the circle. Haley Evans behind home plate. Alyssa Bautista at first. Amani Kosum is at second. Iceland Ortiz at short. Chloe Lunar is at third. The left fielder is Madison Ruiz. The center fielder is Maylee Herrera, and right field for the Lady Tigers is Alexis Rodriguez. And a defense that, I won't say they've had their best game, and yesterday they definitely gave La Cueva a couple of extra chances here and there that, thankfully for the Lady Tigers didn't have an impact on the end result of the game. But, this is one of those situations that you just can't give teams any extra possibilities of getting a runner on base, getting an extra swing at the plate. It's got to be really sound in order to come out with a victory. So. And, of course, Lessentine is looking for a similar effort to yesterday as she struck out 15 and has been pretty dominant in this postseason. She gave up a couple home runs yesterday to La Cueva. She gave up a home run to Cibola on Thursday. Was very, very good against Piedra Vista. As the first pitch is going to be a little bit high. And Stevie Jimenez leading things off here for Centennial as she hits from the left-hand batter's box. So Jimenez, Barela, Caprice Barela, and Destiny Perez due up in the inning. The 1-0. Called strike as that's on the outer half of the plate. And right at the knees, the count is 1-1. Bottom of the first, if you're just joining us, haven't missed much of anything in the Class 5A state championship game, the Lady Tigers and the Lady Hawks. As here comes the 1-1. Fouled off. Bit of a hesitation on the swing from Jimenez, but she gets a piece of it and sends it to the netting, and the count is 1-2. By the way, dirt field here at the University of New Mexico, real grass in the outfield, and then dirt on the warning track. We actually have distances to the corners, 205 to left field and right field, 225 to left center and right center. Popped up in the air, and it'll get out of play. Count remains 1-2. Padded walls out towards the fences, which, I'm trying to think of not too many places we play softball at. Usually it's just like a chain link fence or something along those lines. So, as here comes the pitch from Lessentine. Fouled off again, and we'll do the 1-2 again. Now La Cueva's hitters really did this well yesterday. They were seeing pitches well, and we're forcing a lot of extra pitches out of Lessentine. So Sid's definitely had to kind of battle through a game or two, and things haven't been absolutely perfect, which I think is good. The 1-2. That misses high. 2-2. Leadoff hitter for Centennial in the bottom of the first inning. As stepping back into the box is Jimenez. Here comes the 2-2. Ground ball to the right side. That'll get through for a base hit. Just snuck back by the diving glove of Hokosum. And so Centennial gets on early here with a runner on first base. And Caprice Barela will come to the plate now, the right fielder hitting from the left-hand side. And the way she has her stance open here on the left-hand side, she's either going to be looking to slap hit or lay down a bunt. And she looks to bunt, puts it down, and puts it in between the two Lady Tigers. And so it's runners on first and second. Lunar was charging on the play up the line, and it was right in between her and Ortiz. And so first and second with a bunt single and a regular old single, and Destiny Perez will come to the plate as the Lady Hawks try to jump on the Lady Tigers here early. And it's one of those where, Chloe's trying to run up the line and make a play on it and get there as quickly as she can, and, it's pushed off to her left, where nobody's really able to get to it. And, maybe just trying to shake off some nervous energy, the Lady Tigers. Swing and a miss, and she pushes it past Perez, and the count is 0-1. Perez also hitting lefty. Gosh, I've seen too many lineups that have 3 straight lefties. Showing bunt, and she left it out there. She tried to make some contacts, and it's a called strike, and the count is 0-2. Now, strikeout would be massive here for Lessentine if she can make it happen. She winds and deals the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and struck her out. Big answer there from Lessentine on 3 straight pitches. And there's one down with Amanda Baez coming to the plate now. She steps in, and first righty in the lineup. As Lessentine gets the sign. Into the line, here's the pitch, and took a little bit off, got Baez in front, and the count is 0-1. Barela at first, Jimenez at second for the Lady Hawks. Bottom of the first inning and no score. That's going to miss high, and the count evens at 1-1. Lessentine looks in, gets the sign from Evans. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her tied up a little bit as that one came inside on Baez. And the count is 1-2. And here comes the pitch. This is high. Couldn't get her to chase. 2-2. Now, a very good crowd here for this game. There was a fantastic crowd for the game prior. Beautiful day for sports. You got the baseball state championships happening in the field just behind us as well. Here's the 2-2. Called strike three. Got her right at the belt. And 2 huge strikeouts. And now, with runners on first and second, you got to force at any base. And 2 down. Well, not at home, but first, second, or third. And if you get something that's hit on the infield, you've got some options. As Zentel Rodriguez comes to the plate. Swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Rodriguez steps out of the box, kind of shakes her body off a little bit and steps back in. And here comes the 0-1 from Sid. Trying to hit that inside corner, but doesn't quite get it. Rodriguez sort of limboed back out of the way of it. And the count evens here at 1-1. Rodriguez will cross herself before she steps back into the box. Lessentine ready to go. 1-1. And this is ripped to left field and out of here. A 3-run home run from Rodriguez, and Centennial takes the 3-0 lead. A no-doubter off of the bat, and Centennial strikes first. They lead 3-0 over the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. Well, we'd mentioned that Sid had given up a few home runs in this tournament, and she had bounced back with 2 big strikeouts, but with 1 swing of the bat, Rodriguez sends it out of the park. And the Lady Tigers are behind 3-0 and will have to chase. They haven't had to do that much this postseason. They led the whole way against Cibola and Piedra Vista and Cleveland. They had to come back from a 1-0 deficit against La Cueva. Here's a pop-up back in our direction. As the count is 0-1. Well, and that'll be the question for the Lady Tiger Bats, who have been solid in this postseason. Yesterday, 8 against Cibola, 11 against Piedra Vista, 15 against Cleveland. Ground ball foul over towards the Centennial dugout on the third base side, and the count is 0-2. And I guess you're going to fall behind by 3 runs on a 3-run home run like that. You'd much rather it be in the first inning. You've got plenty of opportunities to try to rally back. Sid looks in, and here's the 0-2. And this is outside, and the count is 1-2. Lessentine rolling the ball against her right leg before putting it in her glove. And goes into her motion. Here's the pitch, and that is hit hard and foul and out of play. And the count will stay 1-2. You know, so far the Centennial hitters have been making good contact in this game. Lessentine looks in. And here comes the 1-2. And it is below the knees, and the count evens at 2. Reminder, Lady Tigers win this game. They are state champions. If Centennial wins, we play a second game at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Hit high in the air and just behind the bag at second. Ortiz will make the play, but damage done this inning. 3 hits and 3 runs all in from that home run. No Lady Tiger errors and nobody left on for Centennial. We go to the Bonner, top of the second inning. Can the Lady Tigers answer? You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Looking for a way to serve your community? Look no further than the New Mexico Army National Guard.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As Chloe Lunar fouled off the first pitch to her and watches the second one in there for a called strike. And the count is 0-2. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for the Lady Tigers until Rodriguez struck out a pair in the first inning and then got a pop out from Sydney Lessentine. And here's the 0-2 to Lunar. That's up at the letters. And the count is 1-2. So it's Chloe Lunar, Haley Evans, and Alexis Rodriguez due up this inning for Alamogordo. Rodriguez throws the rubber. And the 1-2. That's again high. And the count moves now to 2-2. I don't think if the Lady Tigers don't get everything back here, but if you can just, get some runners on base and start feeling some positivity on this side of the inning, could maybe change up the momentum a little bit for you. And that's going to be a called strike 3. Lunar watches it. And there's one down. So 3 strikeouts for Rodriguez, and she's looked sharp here early. And Haley Evans will come to the plate. Evans, a catcher, or the catcher for the Lady Tigers. Hitting from the right-hand side. And her first opportunity here against Rodriguez. And she fouls off the first pitch. And the count is 0-1. See, Rodriguez doesn't work especially quick. Some pitchers are ready to go after a pitch. Takes a little bit more time. Swing and a miss from Evans. And the count is 0-2. Base is empty, top of the second. And Centennial leads 3-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. High and outside, the pitch misses. And 1-2 now here to Evans. Coach Ronnie Reyes, some hand signals. I don't know if that's between him and Coach Lunar. And a swing and a miss from Evans, and Rodriguez Has had the Lady Tigers lineups number here early with 4 strikeouts through 5 hitters. And Alexis Rodriguez will come to the plate.
Number 28, Alexis Rodriguez.
Now, clearly the number of games Centennial has played from a pitching standpoint, I don't think the fatigue is any factor here. And I know with a lot of these ladies who I'm sure almost all of them play travel ball, or at least a lot of them. I don't know how many games they play in a day, but I'm sure it's a lot. As the pitch misses high to Rodriguez, and it's 1-0. The pitch, high and outside, and 2-0 to Rodriguez. Alexis has been really good at drawing walks in this playoffs and getting on base. And she's got herself ahead in the count, 2-0. Rodriguez deals. And that pitch either was down or inside, maybe both. And Alexis heading the count here, 3-0. And Alexis checks her wrist sheet before she steps back into the box. And Rodriguez ready to go now as well. The 3-0. And she was taking the whole way there, 3-1. Three and 1 the count with the bases empty. Top of 2. Lady Tigers looking for their first hit of the day. And fouled off, and the count runs to 3-2 now. Well, first time a Lady Tiger hitter has pushed Rodriguez to a full count. So Rodriguez has brought this back from 3-2 to now, or I should say 3-0 to 3-2. The pitch. And she hits a high pop-up on the infield. And eventually the shortstop for the Lady Hawks, Elijah Betancourt, comes in and makes the play. And the inning is over. So 2 strikeouts and a pop-out, same as the first inning. And the Lady Tigers go down in order. Thanks to our Lady Tiger State Tournament sponsors, Casa y Tierra Title and Abstract, serving Alamogordo for over 20 years, 2420 North White Sands, 575-434-6770. Seaburger Dermatology at 1401 10th Street, Suite C, 575-437-4533. DermHappy.com. You can find them online. Casa Auto Group, Casa Toyota, Honda, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Casa Chevy, GMC, CasaAutoGroup.com. Yeah. First National Bank, main branch at 414 10th Street, Tularosa and Cloudcroft, 575-437-4880. And JBL Construction and Consulting, Bobby Lotta owner, striving for excellence in all they do, 575-430-5105. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's 3-0 Centennial. As the Lady Tigers looking for a quiet second inning here. And just looking for positive things after a tough first inning with a couple of singles, and then, of course, the big home run from Rodriguez. And so to the plate comes Elijah Betancourt, the shortstop. As Lesson team looks in. And here's the pitch. High and outside. 1-0 the count. Now these are 2 teams that have just 1-1 this year. 3 losses on each side. And you know there have been opportunities, or I should say scenarios where they've had to fight back and win some games. And so the Lady Tigers, they haven't had to do it a ton this year, but they have managed to. Think back to I think it was the Mayfield game. The Lady Tigers rallied late with a big home run. Counts here 1-1. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Constantine gets the sign. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss and struck her out. And there's one down. Third strikeout of the day for Lessentine. And it'll bring up Addie Mocha now. And she steps in from the right-hand batter's box. Here comes the pitch from Lessentine. Trying to hit that outside corner. Can't spot it. And just misses off the plate. The count is 1-0. No change in the Lady Tigers' defensive setup. Evans behind home plate. Bautista, Kosum, Ortiz, and Munar on the infield. As here comes the 1-0. That time she gets the spot right on the outside corner at the knees, and the count is 1-1. Ruiz, Herrera, and Rodriguez in the outfield for Alamogordo. High and away, the pitch misses, and the count is 2-1. Monet Chavez in the on-deck circle for Centennial. 7, 8, 9 due up here in this inning. That's right. Okay, that is right there. It's kind of a delayed call from the home plate umpire. I thought that she had hit the spot, and she did. She did. Right in the outside corner again. And the count evens up here at 2-2. Lessentine ready to deal. Here's the pitch. And just fouling that off, protecting the plate was Mocha. And the count will remain at 2-2. That's the spot Sid's been trying to hit most of this at-bat is outer half of the plate. And it's been mostly the high velocity stuff. We'll see maybe if she tries to change up the velocity here. This is hit hard to center field, but not particularly deep. And Herrera is able to make an easy play out there in center. And there's two down. And so Monet Chavez will come to the plate now. This will be the end of the order here for Centennial. With 2 outs and the bases empty in the bottom of the second. Swings and misses at the first offering from Lessentine, and the count is 0-1. Just the 2 classifications playing today here at the University of New Mexico. 4A, if game will be after this, and obviously we'll wait and see what happens here if there's another game after that one. 0-2. West Las Vegas, I believe, took home the 3A softball title, and Loving won the single-A, double-A title. Tularosa was knocked out in the final 3 as Mesilla Valley Christian beat them. There's the 1-2, and that misses well high. And the count is, that was actually 0-2. 1-2 now is the count. There's a track and field, 4A and 5A state championships happening just across the street, or I guess up the road here on Avenida Cesar Chavez. And this is hit foul and out of play by Chavez. And the count is 1-2. The final day of high school sports in the state of New Mexico, with softball, baseball, track and field state championships finishing up. We had golf earlier this week, tennis last week. As here comes the 1-2 again. And this is hit well to right center field, but ranging to her left and making the play is Herrera. And the inning is over. The Lady Tigers put Centennial down in order. 1 strikeout, a couple of pop-outs. And they'll come back up to the plate in the top of the third, try to get something started. They trail 3-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Local Credit Union would like to send a huge congratulations to 2024 graduating class. Are you ready to take the next step towards a brighter future after graduation? Secure your dreams with our flexible and affordable graduation loans. Whether you're looking to pursue a higher education, start a business, or simply need financial assistance as you start a new chapter of life, we've got you covered. Visit Local Credit Union today. Member NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's Centennial 3, Alamogordo nothing. And Alyssa Bautista will come to the plate. And face on Tel Rodriguez for the first time. And Rodriguez will watch that in there for a called strike. I'm sorry. Bautista will watch that in from Rodriguez as a called strike. And the count is 0-1. That's above the letters, and the count evens up at 1. Alyssa Bautista, Daviana Gonzalez, and Iceland Ortiz due up in the inning for Alamogordo. So far, Rodriguez has struck out 4 and has not allowed a hit. Fouled off by Bautista. And the count moves now to 1-2. Well, Rodriguez has been solid in this game, and the Lady Tigers is looking for some positive momentum here. As Bautista's behind the count 1-2. Swings and misses and strikes out. So there's one down, and Daviano Gonzalez will come to the plate now for the Lady Tigers.
To the plate, designated hitter, number 24, Daviana Gonzalez.
As Gonzalez is getting ready to step in, now she's ready to go. And a quick check of the wrist sheet for Rodriguez. And here's the pitch. And fouled off by Davi. And the count is 0-1. So Gonzalez and then Ortiz. This bottom of the order has come up with some big hits. Yesterday, Ice got something started against La Cueva with a seemed like, a one-out single, and it turned into a big inning as pitch misses outside, maybe a bit high, and the count evens up at 1-1. So you never know where it might start. As here comes the 1-1. Fouled off, pretty much in the same place, back and to the left, and the count is 1-2. Mentioned earlier, a big contingent of Alamogordo fans have made the trip. A lot of Centennial fans here as well. lots of space here. There's big stands in the outfield, and then, of course, behind home plate as well. 1-2. She swings and misses. The ball got away, and Daviana wasn't paying attention. If she had run, she might have had a chance at it. And she just kind of walked up the line, and I don't know.
Number 15, Iceland Ortiz.
You know, it's one of those that you got to be aware of what's happening behind you. If the catcher loses the softball, I think Davi would have been able to reach first base. As Ortiz shows bunt and looked to lay one down, but did not make contact, and the count is 0-1. Yeah, it's one of those situations that you've, obviously with the opposing pitcher right now on rails, take anything you can get. Check swing from Ortiz as the pitch misses high, and the count is 1-1. Rodriguez again squaring around to bunt. And she's going to push one to the second baseman on a full swing. And the inning is over as she tosses it on to first. And the Lady Tigers down in order again. 9 up, 9 down for Alamogordo. And the Centennial Lady Hawks lead 3-0. We want to thank First National Bank, main branch at 414 10th Street, in Tularosa and Cloudcroft branches as well. 575-437-4880. Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, Jimmy and Tina Deere owners at 909 Delaware Avenue, 575-437-5810. 84 Lumber at 3401 North White Sands, 575-434-3850. Padilla Brothers Investments, 575-551-1883 for your real estate needs, and also on Facebook. And Matzke's Heating and Cooling, installing and servicing ultimate home comfort by Champion, 575-551-1351. On the Richland Motor scoreboard, going to the bottom of the third, Centennial is leading 3-0. All of that on a 3-run home run by Zentel Rodriguez, who has been the difference maker in this game. And she has been excellent in the circle and has the big hit of the game up to this point. And so it'll bring up Stevie Jimenez, who led off this game with a single. Looked like the Lady Tigers were going to get out of that first inning after giving up 2 consecutive singles. Lessentine got 2 strikeouts, but then Rodriguez hit the big homer.
Up to the plate, number 16.
And so Jimenez will come to the plate. Hitting from the left-hand side. Top 3 in the order for Centennial are left-handed hitters. And fouled off and back to the screen. And it takes out one of those GoPros or phones or cameras that people hang up on the netting to either record or, I guess, broadcast the game. I'm sure they're kind of used to that happening. As here comes the 0-1. This is I think it was fouled off. And so out of the catcher's mitt, and the count is 0-2. Lessentine ready to go. And here comes the pitch. Fouled off, and we'll keep it 0-2. Sid with 3 hits surrendered and has struck out 3 as well. Lady Tigers still showing zeros on their side of the scoreboard. There's another 0-2. That'll miss outside. Tried to clip the outside corner of the plate there. Sorry, getting disconnected there, folks, and just a great play by Sydney Lessentine as she barehanded a bunt attempt by Caprice Barela and tossed it on to first and just beat out the runner. Centennial fans thought that she had beat it out. She had struck out Stevie Jimenez just before that. And that pitch in there for a called strike on the outside corner to Destiny Perez, and the count's 0-1. So it's 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. Centennial leads 3-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And maybe it'll be a defensive play like that that'll kind of get things going for Alamogordo, but a base hit right back up the middle by Perez. And with 2 outs, they get a base runner on. And so Amanda Valles will come to the plate. She struck out her first time up. Three 3-0 Centennial as they try to add on to it. And that pitch just inside, it looks like. And the count is 1-0. So a strikeout and a ground out. On a routine ground out, though. Really good play. That time it gets it in there for a called strike. And the count evens up at 1-1. Went pretty much the same spot. Lessentine looks like she's shaking off at least one. That time right on the rails on the outside corner at the knees. And it's 1-2 now. Runner on first and 2 down here in the bottom of the third. And the Lady Tigers down 3-0. On the 1-2. Couldn't get her to chase the pitch up. And the count is 2-2. Rodriguez in the on-deck circle. To try to avoid having her up with runners on. As here comes the 2-2. Hard hit ground ball, but foul. That's the third base side, and we'll keep the count 2-2. Now, all these moments can be big when we get to the end of the game, and a 3-run lead is one that you can reasonably battle back from with 4 innings left to do something with. And that deficit starts to get a little bit bigger. Right there on the outside corner, called strike 3, and Lessentine with another big strikeout. She's got 5, and the Lady Tigers will go to the top of the fourth, trailing 3-0. Centennial leaves a runner on. No errors, no runs. And the Lady Tigers to the plate when we return here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Bonnie Kosum leads things off and swings and misses at the first offering to her from Zantel Rodriguez. And the count's 0-1. Second time through the order here for the Lady Tigers. See if they maybe learn something and can adjust here. As here's the 0-1. Here's a bunt, pushed up the first base line, but well fielded by Baez as she grabs it and tosses it on to her second baseman, who came over and covered well for the Lady Hawks, Stevie Jimenez. And it's 3-4 on the putout, and there's one down. And it'll bring up Maylee Herrera, who struck out her first time up. But listen, I think that's what you want from Kosum. She put the ball in play. Maybe just push the bunt a little bit too far. But if it's not a clean field, then a good throw. And here's another bunt from Herrera. And this time it's going to be the pitcher, Rodriguez, that gets to it. And she'll toss it on to first for the out. And there's two quick outs. So the Lady Tigers try to go bunt both times and just not able to put it in a spot. And credit Centennial being able to make the play defensively as Sydney Lessentine comes to the plate. Lessentine a pop out her first time up. The one and the pitch. She'll watch that right down the middle for a strike. And the count 0-1. 3-0 in the top of the fourth inning if you're just joining us, as we're a little bit past 1 o'clock. Bottom of the first inning, Centennial with a 3-run homer. That's the difference in the game. It's right there at the knees for Lessentine, and a called strike. And Rodriguez gets in the head in the count 0-2, and she has been superb for Centennial. And trying to put the Lady Tigers down in order for the fourth time in this game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and struck her out. That is now 2, 4, 6, 7 strikeouts for Rodriguez. And a very, very quick top of the fourth inning for the Lady Tigers as they go down in order again. Shout out to our state tournament sponsors: Casa Auto Group, Casa Toyota, Casa Honda, Casa Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and Casa Chevy GMC. Check them out also at CasaGroup.com. Yeah. Seaberg Dermatology at 1401 10th Street, Suite C, 575-437-4533, DurhamHappy.com. Casa Tierra Title and Abstract, serving Alamogordo for over 20 years, 2420 North White Sands, 575-434-6770. JBL Construction and Consulting, Bobby Lotta owner, striving for excellence in all they do, 575-430-5105. And Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo, 3410 North White Sands, 575-446-8574. We appreciate all of our sponsors that have been with us throughout the tournament. We appreciate our season-long sponsors as well. Otero Federal Credit Union, our pre- and post-game sponsor. Ochoa Stucco, Loco Credit Union, the Winner's Circle, First National Bank, and Ryan Rich, the Motor Company, our scoreboard sponsor. And on the scoreboard, it's Centennial 3, Alamogordo nothing. Bottom of the fourth inning now. And to the plate for Centennial will be Zantel Rodriguez, Kayla Hernandez, and Aaliyah Betancourt. And Rodriguez will step in. She's had the big hit of the day, a 3-run home run back in the first inning. This is her second at-bat. And here comes the pitch to her from Lessentine, and Sid puts it right in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. And if you're wondering how this works, the Lady Tigers can win this game and win the state championship. Centennial would have to beat Alamogordo a second time in order to win a state title. So if Centennial is able to hold on to this lead as we get time called by Rodriguez, we'll play another one at 4 o'clock or thereabouts after the 4A if game plays. That'll be Artesia and Gallup. And here is a ball that is hit to Lunar. Backhand grab and a nice throw for Chloe, and that's got to feel good. Chloe had some couple of miscues over there at third base against La Cueva yesterday, and that wasn't an easy play. That she kind of caught that on the low hop and had to scoop it out of the ground on a backhand, and on a run to first made the play. So that's a solid play for Lunar. Lessentine into her motion, and here's the pitch to Kayla Hernandez. That's a called strike, and the count is 0-1. The 0-1 from Lessentine is in the dirt, and the count evens up at 1-1. Bottom of the fourth, base is empty, and one down with Centennial at the bat. The 1-1 from Lessentine. Ground ball right back up the middle, and Lessentine uses that height, kind of slightly hopped up and grabbed the ground ball in the chopper, and tosses on to first for out number 2. And so Leah Betancourt will come to the plate. Her first at-bat, she struck out. 0 for 1 on the day. The pitch. And that'll hit her. It catches her on the elbow. And I will say that pitch was... I'm a little surprised the Alamogordo dugout isn't making a little bit of a comment on, seemed like she kind of was over the plate and got hit there, at least from my angle, but didn't seem to be any argument from the Alamogordo side there. And so it's a runner on first with 2 down now. And that one comes in, runner goes, here's the throw. It's going to be a little bit behind Ortiz as she's coming across to apply the tag. And so it's a stolen base for Betancourt. And the count is 1-0 to Mocha at the plate. Mocha hit a line drive out to center field her first time out. And so Mocha steps into the box. And the pitch from Lessentine. That's right there at the knees for a called strike. As the count evens up at 1-1. Right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher for the Lady Tigers. As here's the 1-1. Went off speed, and it got away from Evans just a little bit as it got into the dirt. And Betancourt's able to advance to third on the play. And so runner on third with 2 down and a 2-1 count here to Mocha. Now just kind of turning the screws a little bit if you're Centennial and trying to turn the pressure up. As here comes the 2-1. Pop up and right to the shortstop. Easy play for Ortiz. She's got it. And the inning is over. So Lady Tigers gave up a hit by pitch, and then Betancourt turned it into a triple. She stole a couple of bases. But no harm, no foul there for the Lady Tigers as it remains a 3-0 game on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And we will take a break. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, alamosportsandtalk.com. The Alamo Sports YouTube channel. You can also find us on your Alexa device by saying enable Alamo Sports and Talk, and on your Exciter Media app as well.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Chloe Lunar at the plate. She watched the first pitch missed, and she'll watch the second one miss as well. And she gets ahead in the count 2-0. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers in the top of the fifth inning. So Lunar, Evans, and Rodriguez. And so far, 12 up, 12 down for the Lady Tigers. And hard hit, but just foul up the third base line. As the lefty pushed it the opposite field and did not miss by much. And so Lenar will tap the far side of the plate, near side of the plate. Take a deep breath and wait for Rodriguez to settle in. And now here comes the pitch. And she fouls this one off, and count runs full now, or runs even now, 2-2. And not sure what happened. Oh, there's something on the wrist of the pitcher Rodriguez, on her right wrist. And was having her take that off. And I'm not sure what the issue was there. There was something on the softball. Yeah, she had something on her right wrist. She took that off, and then they changed out the softball that she had in her hand. So not really sure what was seen there, other than maybe not, as a pitcher, not being able to have anything on your wrist. But and a called strike three on the outside corner. And whatever was going on there obviously didn't have any difference in the way that she's been pitching, right? 8 strikeouts now. And she's retired the first 13 Lady Tiger hitters. Haley Evans, a strikeout victim her first time up, comes to the plate. And here's the pitch from Rodriguez. Shows bunt. Not going to be able to keep that in play, though, as it's fouled up the third base line. And the count 0-1. Well, it's been nip and tuck between these two teams this year. Both of the Alamogordo wins were one-run wins for the Lady Tigers. And so neither team gave up very much in those games, as Evans swings and misses 1-2, or 0-2. And so you knew this was going to be a challenging matchup for the Lady Tigers, and unfortunately, one swing has got Alamogordo behind, but at the end of the day, if they don't get the bats going, it doesn't really change much. And looking for the called strike three, but that just missed off the outside of the plate, and the count is 1-2. And it doesn't matter if that had been a single that had brought in one run or that 3-run homer. Lady Tigers got to get the bats going, and so far not having the success. A swing and a miss from Evans. And that is strikeout number 9 for Zentel Rodriguez.
Next to the plate, number 28, Alexis Rodriguez.
And so Alexis Rodriguez will come to the plate. And she popped out, I think it's a shortstop. I can't read my own handwriting. But she did pop out in her first at-bat. And she'll watch that one miss high. And the count is 1-0. You just wonder if the Lady Tigers can get a base runner on and get some confidence. Can this turn things around? And I did say early in the game, hey, you had a lot of innings to work with to try to come back. Looking for the outside corner is Rodriguez. Zentel Rodriguez, but unable to spot it. It's 2-0. But now it's starting to get a little bit late. Top of 5. Got to start making some things happen if you're going to rally back in this game. And that'll miss away and high. And so Rodriguez heading the count 3-0. This same thing had happened in her first at-bat. She would take on the 3-0, foul off the 3-2, and then pop out on the next pitch. So see if Rodriguez may be more aggressive on 3-0. I think the worst idea. And a called strike as that's on the outer half of the plate, and it's 3-1. Certainly will be swinging on this. Alexis Rodriguez the plate, hitting from the right-hand side. Right-handed pitching is Zentel Rodriguez for Centennial. And this is a pop-up on the infield, and the pitcher Rodriguez will make the play. And the inning is over. Lady Tigers 15 up, 15 down. And we are going to the bottom of the 5th inning with Alamogordo trailing 3-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Thanks to our Lady Tiger State Tournament sponsors who've been helping us out, bringing you the broadcast here from the Albuquerque metro area. Casa E. Tierra, title and abstract, serving Alamogordo for over 20 years, 2420 North White Sands, 575-434-6770. First National Bank, main branch at 414 10th Street, Tularosa and Cloudcroft, 575-437-4880. Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole, 3 Max of Alamogordo, 3410 North White Sands, 575-446-8574. JBL Construction and Consulting, Bobby Lotta, owner, striving for excellence in all they do, 575-430-5105. And Seaburger Dermatology at 1401 10th Street, Suite C, 575-437-4533, dermhappy.com. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Centennial leads 3-0. 4 hits for them. 3 of those came in that first inning. So since that point, Lessentine has only allowed 2 base runners and has struck out 2 more. 4 strikeouts for Lessentine. She's had a solid game. It just unfortunately for Alamogordo, they haven't been able to get their bats going and try to rally this one back a little bit. And we've got time called. Something going on up the first base line. But it looks like we're good to go now. Popped up and just off the screen behind home plate. And it's 0-1 as Monet Chavez leads things off here in the inning for the Centennial Lady Hawks. Chavez 0 for 1. She popped out, actually more of a line out to right center field. Popped up, and this one will get back into the stands. Hopefully everybody's paying attention. I think somebody catch it? I think somebody did. Well, Centennial fans, 0-2. Didn't hear the big clank off of the concrete. or the metal stands for that matter. And here's the 0-2. Popped up and pretty much back in the same way. A little bit further out of the stands, but all three have been popped up straight back here in this at-bat from Monet Chavez. She's been swinging each time. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 right at the knees. And there's one down. So Chavez strikes out. And Stevie Jimenez will come to the plate, top of the order for Centennial.
Number 16, Stevie Jimenez.
Jimenez a single and a run scored. And a strikeout in her last at-bat. This is fouled off. Again, back to the screen. Count is 0-1. Bottom of 5, 3-0 Centennial. Those 3 runs all coming back in the first inning. All zeros after that, though, for both teams. And just one hit between the two teams since that first inning. Line drive right back up the middle. Lessentine tried to stick out her glove and snag it, but just missed it. And so it's a single for Jimenez, her second hit of the day. And Caprice Barela, who bunted after Jimenez got the single to lead off the game. She will come to the plate. And she'll foul off the first one. Wasn't looking to bunt. Doesn't mean that she won't later in the at-bat, though. So 5th hit of the day for the Hawks. As here comes the pitch from Lessentine. And this is hard hit to left center field. That'll drop down in front of Ruiz. And it's back-to-back singles, and Centennial in business here with 1 out and runners on first and second. And the number 3 hitter, Destiny Perez, coming to the plate. Strikeout and a single for her, 1 for 2. And now we're going to see Coach Ronnie Reyes come out of the dugout and talk to his pitcher in his infield here. As the Lady Tigers, make sure defensively they're set up correctly. And make sure everything is the way they want it to be at this point. Let's thank our Lady Tiger State Tournament sponsors. Casa Auto Group, Casa Toyota, Casa Honda, Casa Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Casa Chevy, GMC, and CasaAutoGroup.com. Yeah. Petty Brothers Investments, 575-551-1883 for your real estate needs, also on Facebook. 84 Lumber at 3401 North White Sands. 575-434-3850. Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, Jimmy and Tina Deere owners, 909 Delaware Avenue, 575-437-5810. And Matzke's Heating and Cooling, installing and servicing ultimate home comfort by Champion, 575-551-1351. First pitch misses low to Destiny Perez as the count is 1-0. Runners on first and second in the bottom of the 5th inning as Centennial tries to break this game wide open. They've been in control the whole way. And this is high in the air to right field. Rodriguez able to grab it. She's going to throw it in towards second. It's overthrown a little bit. And I'm not sure she would have been able to get either of the runners anyway. But it's 2 down. And can the Lady Tigers get out of this? With Amanda Baez coming to the plate, she has struck out twice. But the cleanup hitter with 2 runners on. And Lessentine ready to go. Here comes the pitch. And that'll miss inside, maybe a bit high as well. There's the count is 1-0. Lessentine winds and deals. And that misses high and inside. And it's 2-0. And it doesn't get any easier behind. Rodriguez has got the 3-run home run. She's in the on-deck circle. So this middle of the order. Kind of interesting. Baez stands all the way back in the batter's box. Like her left heel is on the outside, not the inside. As that'll miss down and in. And Lessentine's behind in the count now, 3-0. And we'll see if we just get it over pitch. I wonder on 3-0 is Baez green light to swing. Doesn't matter. It's high and away, and it's a walk. First walk surrendered by Sid. And so Zontel Rodriguez, who's got the 3 RBIs in the game, will come to the plate with the bases loaded. And a big opportunity to all but put this game away, certainly with the way that she has been pitching. Or can the Lady Tigers keep this a 3-0 game and try to fight back into it here in the last couple of innings? So Rodriguez steps in. Lessentine ready to go in the circle. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch, and right on the outer half of the plate for a strike. And it's 0-1. Rodriguez is 1 for 2. Grounded out to third in her last at-bat. And, of course, we've talked plenty about her first at-bat. Here comes the 0-1 from Sid. Outside, she'll miss that. And the count evens here at 1-1. I'm sure trying to keep that on the outer half of the plate to not allow Rodriguez to turn on another one. The 1-1. Ground ball to the right side and through for a base hit. Just underneath the diving glove of Kosum. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. And 5 RBIs now for Zontel Rodriguez on the 2 RBI single. As Jimenez and Barella both score. And the Lady Tigers trail now 5-0. We'll get a courtesy runner for the pitcher here, Rodriguez. And it has been all Centennial in this game. And Kayla Hernandez to the plate. She's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out. Trying to add on to what is now a 5-0 Centennial lead. So just a reminder that if Centennial holds on to win this game, we'll play another one at 4 o'clock. As I said, thereabouts. Artesia and Gallup are going to play an if game after this one finishes. Called strike on the inside corner to Hernandez, 0-1. So, something the Lady Tigers haven't had to do this year is lose the first game of a doubleheader and try to bounce back in the second. You look at their record this year in their games, that has not happened yet to them. And that pitch misses low. Here's a throw, and they go out to second. The run is going to score. They will catch the other runner in a rundown as they continue to go back and forth, and then they don't throw it. Ortiz, I don't know if she couldn't get a grip on the softball or what, but she just held on to it. And then by the time she threw it, the courtesy runner ended up at second base, and so the run scores. The inning continues as the runner's at second, and Hernandez remains at the plate with a 1-1 count. And I wonder if Alamogordo is going to think about a pitching change here and save Sid for the if game. So the discussion is going on in the circle. And it doesn't look like there will be a pitching change here. And so they'll keep it as is, but trying to settle the team down and get out of this inning. But you got to say down 6-0. We are most likely headed towards an if game, and certainly you throw in the factor of the way Zentel Rodriguez has been pitching in this game. And so it'll be up to the Lady Tigers and their ability to reset and try to bounce back later today. And this is hit in the air to left field. Ruiz will get to it, and that is the out. But another run comes in after the 2-run RBI single from Zentel Rodriguez. And so Alamogordo finds themselves down 6-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 1019. And we'll be back right after this.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
There's lots of good reasons for a personal loan. Unexpected expenses, paying bills, or home projects. And good reasons to get your personal loan at our credit union. We're member-owned and not-for-profit. Apply online or in person. Loco Credit Union. We belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
We belong to you.
First pitch called strike to begin the top of the sixth inning to Alyssa Bautista. As the Lady Tigers down 6-0 in the top of the sixth on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Bautista 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Zentel Rodriguez has recorded 15 straight outs and make it 16 as a ground ball to short and is tossed on to first, and there's one down. Aaliyah Betancourt making the play there for the Lady Hawks. And one down with Daviana Gonzalez coming to the plate. Gonzalez 0 for 1, struck out in her only at-bat. And that's in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Gonzalez. And right in there for another called strike. And the count goes to 0-2. Top six, and the base is empty. And one out. Foul tip, just got a piece of it to the backstop. And the count will remain 0-2. Gonzalez ready to go, and so is Rodriguez. The 0-2. And this is a soft little pop-up into foul territory in the third base side. That is caught. And there's two down. Zayla Hernandez makes the play. Sorry, Kayla Hernandez. Used to saying Zentel Rodriguez. So it'll be Iceland Ortiz coming to the plate now. The Lady Tigers shortstop, a ground out in her first at-bat, and she will foul one off that took a shot off the home plate umpire as well, and he's taking a moment to, on one knee, to shake that off. And so, not sure where that caught him, if it was in the shoulder or... And he's needing a few minutes here. David Maldonado, the Alamogordo Tigers athletic trainer, is here to attend to the home plate umpire. And they've also brought in some water as well. So just needing a second to hopefully just shake that one off, but offered him some water. Looks like, well, no, maybe he will take it now. But just a foul off, and so the Centennial team is standing right in front of the circle talking things over at the moment. The Lady Tigers, two hitters out there. Iceland Ortiz is standing next to Amani Kosum. And maybe just took the breath out of him more than anything, or I don't know if it maybe caught him on, like he continued to look at his hand a little bit, so. But worth noting, all the men and women that have volunteered, who've umpired and worked these state tournaments. And it's a lot of hard work, it's warm weather, it's a lot of things, so. As they're allowing these guys a bit of a refreshment break while the home plate umpire continues to shake that one off. And I think it caught him up on the right shoulder, I thought. But I think he's going to be able to stay in the game and keep calling here. Yeah, he's kind of pointing to his right shoulder. And so one of those, if you've never been hit by a baseball or softball, especially right on the bone, it's an uncomfortable pain to say the least. And so it looks like he is okay. So 0-1 the count to Iceland Ortiz. And after a short little break for some recovery, we're ready to go. The 0-1. Inside corner for a called strike. And the count is 0-2. Lady Tigers down to their last 4 outs here in this championship game. And still have yet to reach base in this game. Pop up from Ortiz, left side of the infield. Oh, they're going to drop it. Ortiz was just sort of lightly jogging up the first base line. Now, I don't know if she could have maybe, if she'd been running hard, could have maybe ended up at second, but that's the second time today that a Lady Tiger on a play that, yes, it was routine and probably should have been an out, but got to run it out a little bit on these occasions, and there, probably would have had a base runner earlier, but so it's the first base runner of the day for the Lady Tigers, and I mean, mind you, it would be a massive comeback at this point, but they have want to know the count here is Kosum will try to get something started here. See if the Lady Tigers can come up with their first hit of the day. Got their first base runner now. And even if they don't win this game, maybe just building some momentum for the second game. As the pitch misses high, 2-0. Get some hits, get some confidence, and try to reset for game 2. But, it ain't over till it's over. If they can string together, 2 or 3 hits, anything can happen. Kosum ahead in the count, 2-0 with a runner on first. Swing and a miss by Kosum. And the count is 2-1. Here's the pitch. This is well hit to right field, but there to make the play is Caprice Barela near the foul line. And the Lady Tigers will go to the bottom of the sixth, down 6-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. One more shout out to all of our sponsors today: Casitiera Title and Abstracts, Matzke's Heating and Cooling, Seaburger Dermatology, First National Bank, Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo, Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, Casa Auto Group, JBL Construction and Consulting, Padilla Brothers Investments, 84 Lumber. Thanks to all of our Lady Tiger State Tournament sponsors. We appreciate them to help you bring us some Lady Tiger State Tournament action. So for Centennial, it'll be 7, 8, 9 due up in the order in the bottom of the sixth. They're just looking for some insurance here. And actually, if they were to score 4 runs, they could end the game in the bottom of the sixth. But Lady Tigers will hope for one more opportunity to hit. But seems very likely, just from what we've watched in this game, that we'll be playing another one today. And it looks like Chloe Lunar is going to pitch now for Alamogordo. So the Lady Tigers make the change and are going to save Sid after 5 innings pitched and have Chloe come in and pitch. So it looks like Madison Ruiz is going to play second. Amani Kosum is going to move to third. Iceland Ortiz will stay at short. And Addison Chamberlain is going to go out to left field for Alamogordo. So there's a few changes out there for the Lady Tigers defensively. Looks like it's still Herrera and Rodriguez in the other 2 outfield spots. So that's the question for Alamogordo. I mean, we've, like I said, last year, perfect example. Piedra Vista beat Carlsbad in the first game. Carlsbad bounced back to win the second game. So, it's one of those that I'm not really sure there's a rhyme or reason or a way to view how it's gonna turn out in game 2. But it's one of those for Alamogordo that we're gonna find out. And that's one of the reasons why the Lady Tigers playing so well over the first couple of days and winning those first 3 games. Put them in this position. They've had a bad game, haven't played particularly well, and so they're gonna try to reset here. So they're keeping Evans behind home plate, I think. Trying to tell, because I know last time Chloe came in and pitched. Yeah, so Ice is still out at short. Last time Chloe pitched back in Alamogordo, they put Ice behind home plate, but they're going to leave Haley back there now. And so Chloe Lunar pitches for Alamogordo. Sid is completely out of the game, so she'll get a chance to rest here for the next couple hours and try to reset for game 2, as the first pitch will miss to Aaliyah Betancourt, and it's 1-0. I was a little surprised after the 2 RBI single that they didn't pull Sid out, but this is hit right back up the middle, and a base hit for Betancourt. And so runner on first for Centennial, and Addie Mocha will come to the plate now. With a runner on first and nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. So like I said, it's just insurance for Centennial at this point, or if they have a real big inning and score 4, they will pick up the victory. Runner goes. Evans' throw is a 1-hop, and they're safe, so a stolen base for Betancourt. And the count is 0-1. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Easy play for Lunar. She'll toss on to first. Runner does advance to third on the play. And there's 1 down. I'm going to bring up Monet Chavez here for Centennial in the bottom of the 6th. She's popped out and struck out. And, of course, will be her first time facing Lunar. You got to think next year Chloe's probably going to be the pitcher for Alamogordo. I know we've seen Iceland Ortiz and Alexis Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Lady Tigers have obviously been pretty lucky to have Sid over the last 4 years. As here's the 0-1. Counts 1-1. I think the other question will be with Centennial. They do have a number 2 pitcher that's very good. Who do they throw in the second game? Do they stick with Rodriguez, who has been so good in this game? High pop-up goes out of play for Chavez, and the count is 1-2. And are there any changes that the Lady Tigers make between game 1 and game 2? I mean, I think you got to stick with what's got you here. I know this game hasn't gone the way that you hoped it would, but you got to trust that these ladies will be able to bounce back. Just getting a piece of it is Chavez as it deflects to the backstop, and the count will go 1-2. So again, if you're wondering when the game will be, it'll be essentially after they finish up the if game for 4A. I doubt we'll start at 4. I would guess closer to 4:30 or 5 would be my guess. As this is popped up on the infield, Lunar's going to get underneath. She's got it. And there's 2 down. And then Centennial tried to send the runner from third because nobody was at the moment covering home plate, but they really weren't that far away. But she gets back to third before the tag. Trying to catch Alamogordo, maybe not paying attention, as Stevie Jimenez, who's 2 for 3, will come to the plate for the Lady Hawks. And that pitch is just a little bit low. And the count 1-0 here to Jimenez. And a ground ball to Ortiz at short. Toss to first is in time. And after giving up a leadoff single, 3 straight outs. And we'll go to the top of the 7th. Alamogordo needs a huge rally. They trail 6-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard here in the Class 5A state championship game. Just a reminder, there is an if game after this one. If the Lady Tigers don't get back, they'll have another chance to win a state title.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Top of the 7th inning. And Alamogordo trails 6-0 to Centennial. Obviously, if they can have a huge 7th inning, could change things considerably, but likely headed for an if game as Zantel Rodriguez still has yet to give up a hit. She finally gave up her first base runner with 2 outs in the 6th inning on an error. And here's a pop-up on the infield. And Rodriguez calls everybody off, makes the catch right behind the pitcher's circle. And there's one down as Herrera finishes up 0 for 3. Sydney Lessentine, a pop-out and a strikeout. And I think Lessentine's re-entering the game. Not sure who exactly. I'm guessing it was Chamberlain that they brought in. And so the home plate umpire is adjusting his lineup card. So we will be on the air for the second game. We'll kind of give you guys a about time when it'll start. I assume Gallup and Artesia will get probably 10 minutes or so to warm up, I assume. And then they'll get started, and so give that probably about 2 hours. And then, I'm thinking 4:30 to 5 o'clock. Ground ball for Lessentine, the left side of the infield. Nice running play and a throw from the shortstop, Aaliyah Betancourt. And Zentel Rodriguez is an out away from a no-hitter. And so Chloe Lunar will come to the plate. A couple of strikeouts for her. She's struck out looking both times. And I think we're clearing out some bats that are up against the batting cage before we get started with the next at-bat. And Rodriguez will miss high and away. And they count 1-0 here to Lunar. We'll wrap things up next on the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show. Give you guys a recap of this game and set you all up for Game 2 coming up later today, which will be for everything. Both teams can win a state title in that game. Lunar shoots one up the third base line, but foul. And the count evens up at 1-1. It'll certainly be up to the Alamogordo coaches as well to try and gather their team and try to turn things around from one game to the next. And team effort there to try to make things settle back in and see if they can win this state championship later today. 2-1 the count as it missed just above the belt. She faces one over the minimum. Sorry, not sure when we got disconnected there, folks. But this one is over. 6-0 Centennial wins. And so we will go to an if game later today at 4 o'clock between the Alamogordo Lady Tigers and the Centennial Lady Hawks. So we'll play one more game. So these teams, they are doing a handshake line. I was kind of noticing before the first game. Those teams didn't do a handshake line, but I like to, hey, we're playing again. We'll see what happens in Game 2. Lady Tigers have given themselves that opportunity to bounce back and play another one and see if they can come back with a victory. So we'll come back with the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show, and will get you ready for Game 2, which will be coming up probably in about 2.5 hours. So stay with us here on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Local Credit Union would like to send a huge congratulations to 2024 graduating class. Are you ready to take the next step towards a brighter future after graduation? Secure your dreams with our flexible and affordable graduation loans. Whether you're looking to pursue a higher education, start a business, or simply need financial assistance as you start a new chapter of life, we've got you covered. Visit Local Credit Union today. Member NCUA.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9. Lady Tigers fall 6-0 in the Class 5A state championship game, but they hadn't lost the game before that one, so they have one more chance with the if game coming up here in about 2.5 hours. They are redoing the lines and everything on the field for the Class 4A if game. Artesia beat Gallup earlier on today by a score of 1-0, and so we'll see if Gallup can bounce back after losing that first game. Alamogordo is going to try to do the same in game number 2 and see how they can bounce back. From the hitting side, just not much for the Lady Tigers. Unfortunately, they didn't have a hit in that game and reached only one on base. And that 3-run home run just kind of felt like took the air out for the Lady Tigers a little bit on the first inning. Centennial would add on 3 more runs in the 5th inning on a 2 RBI single from Zentel Rodriguez, and then the Lady Tigers tried to get a runner going to second. She got caught in a rundown. The runner from third came in and scored, and that made it 6-0, and that pretty much spelled the end of this one. Lady Tigers just couldn't get the offense going. That's something they'll try to figure out, is get the bats going before game 2 here in just a little while. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show, so we'll post another link for the YouTube channel for the second game. We'll put it up on the Facebook page, or you can just subscribe to us on the Alamo Sports YouTube channel. And don't forget, you can, if you're listening to us on alamosportsandtalk.com, you can just stay tuned. You can listen to us as well on the Exciter Media app or on your Alexa device. Say enable Alamo Sports and Talk. And of course, on the good old-fashioned radio, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. Thanks again to all of our state tournament sponsors. Matzke's Heating and Cooling, 575-551-1351, First National Bank. Main branch at 414 10th Street. Pioneer Abstract and Title Company at 909 Delaware Avenue. JBL Construction and Consulting. Give them a call at 575-430-5105. 84 Lumber at 3401 North White Sands. Video Brothers Investments, 575-551-1883. Casa Auto Group with 4 locations in Alamogordo. CasaAutoGroup.com. Yeah. Jake Roberts and Jess Cole with Remax of Alamogordo at 3410 North White Sands. Seaburger Dermatology at 1401 10th Street, Suite C. And Casa Tierra Title and Abstract serving Alamogordo for over 20 years. We're going to fit in one more commercial break and hear from our season-long sponsors before we wrap up the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. And then we will wrap up our broadcast of Game 1 with Game 2 coming up for you guys a little bit later this afternoon.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
There's lots of good reasons for a personal loan. Unexpected expenses, paying bills, or home projects. And good reasons to get your personal loan at our credit union. We're member-owned and not-for-profit. Apply online or in person. Loco Credit Union. We belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back here to Albuquerque and the University of New Mexico. We are finished with Game 1, and unfortunately, we have to play Game 2. The Lady Tigers fall to Centennial 6-0 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard, and so that game will be around 4:30, 5 o'clock would be my best guess. I'd imagine they're going to start this Gallup and Artesia game sometime here in the next 15 minutes or so. So I'm going to say 5. I think that's probably reasonable. So Lady Tigers still have a chance to bring home the blue trophy, but got to bounce back from a very tough Game 1 and see if they can get things turned around. I'll tell you what, Centennial, since they lost that game to La Cueva, have been on fire. I think 7-0, 7-1, and 7-1 have been their scores against La Cueva and Oregon Mountain and Mayfield. So their team that's playing some really good softball right now. Can Alamogordo turn that back and come away with a victory in Game 2? We'll find out a little bit later on today. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to sign off for now on ESPN Radio. Again, if you're on the radio, on AlamoSportsandTalk.com, on the Exciter Media app, or on the on your Alexa device, you can just stay tuned. We'll jump back on when we're ready for the second game. If you're with us on our Alamo Sports YouTube channel, we're going to have another link. So make sure you subscribe to our page, and it should alert you when we go live again, or just go and check out the page, because the link is already up, so you can go and click on that if you want to listen on there for the second game. Whatever way you're joining us, we appreciate that you're doing it. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. We're going to send you back to ESPN Radio for a little while, and then we'll return with the IF game of the 5A State Championship Series, Alamogordo and Centennial, for it all coming up here in about 2.5 hours. We hope you'll be tuning in.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast is calling for mostly clear skies. In Alamogordo, expect an overnight low of 65, Cloudcroft a low of 44. For Sunday, sunny skies, partly cloudy tomorrow night, and breezy. In Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 92.